We're finding the area of two circles, and the directions ask us to estimate pi using 3.14. So we'll always start with the formula. Area is equal to pi multiplied by the radius squared. Since I'm substituting a value for pi, it's going to be an approximation. 3.14 multiplied by this 8 centimeters that's given to us is not the radius, it's the diameter of this orange slice. So we need to take half the diameter to get the radius, which will be 4 centimeters squared. So the area is approximately 3.14 multiplied by 16. And you can use a calculator at that point and you'll get 50.24. 50 and 24 hundredths. The correct units would be centimeters squared because it's area, two-dimensional. This looks like some kind of antique plate or something. It has a radius of 7 inches, so area equals pi r squared. Area is approximately equal to 3.14 multiplied by 7 squared. 7 squared is 49, so 3 and 14 hundredths multiplied by 49 is 153 and 86 hundredths inches squared. Problem number 12. A crop circle is pictured below. Estimate the circumference. And then the next question is, what is the exact area of the crop circle? So we're going to need two formulas. The first one, circumference, is equal to pi multiplied by the diameter. But we're asked to estimate, so we'll substitute 3.14 for pi. The diameter is 100 yards. You don't need a calculator for this. If you're multiplying by a power of 10, you can move the decimal place. This is 10 to the second power, so I can move the decimal 2 places to the right. So it's just 314 yards would be the a reasonable estimate for the circumference of that crop circle. The exact area, we'll start with the area formula, pi r squared. Then we just need to know if we want the exact area, we can't substitute for pi. We just have to leave the symbol pi the way it is. That's the only way to represent pi exactly. The radius would be half this diameter. The distance across the circle and through the center is 100, and so the radius is half that, or 50. So the area equals pi multiplied by 50 squared. 50 multiplied by 50 is 2,500, and the correct way to show this is 2,500 pi. We still need units, and since it's area, it's going to be yards squared. Problem 13. What is the most specific name for this polygon? It is a polygon. It has straight sides. There are no curves. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, so it's some kind of quadrilateral. The only other question is it a special kind of quadrilateral? These sides are not parallel. They would intersect eventually. But this left and right side are parallel. So a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides is a trapezoid. We're then asked to find its perimeter and area. Perimeter is the distance around the figure, so I'm going to start at a vertex and just add up the length of the sides. So the perimeter will equal 9 5/10 plus 8, 9 5/10 plus 8 plus 5 5/10 plus 7. The only thing you have to be careful about here is not to include this 6. This 6 is the height of the trapezoid. The perpendicular distance between the bases it's shown as a dashed line so that we understand it's not part of the figure. I'm going to associate to my advantage and add the 9.5 and the 5.5. 9 5/10 and 5 5/10 is 14 10/10, which is 15, plus 8 7 is also 15. So this perimeter is 30 centimeters. The area for a trapezoid, 1/2 multiplied by the sum of the bases, base 1 plus base 2, multiplied by the height. So area equals 1/2. We said this was a trapezoid because these sides are parallel. The parallel sides are the bases. If it helps you to visualize it, you can turn your paper, but these are the bases, the 9.5 and the 5.5. The height of the trapezoid is the perpendicular distance between the bases. That's 6 centimeters. So area is half of, this is 15, the sum. I'm going to associate to my advantage and take half of 6 first. I can multiply in any order I want using the associative property. So that's 3 multiplied by 15, which is 45 centimeters squared for area. Okay, that completes page 4. We'll conclude the review with page 5 in the next video.